Now, I don't know why it has taken me this long to do this video, but I'm actually kind of glad I ended up waiting because, oh my God, what an experience I've had with one of the most amazingest lens I've ever used in my entire life. Guys, what's up? My name is Omar. I'm a photographer and a videographer, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the best lenses in the world, the Sigma 35mm F1.4 lens. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm going to end up sounding like one of the biggest Sigma fanboys in this video, and I am. Honestly, I think their lenses are one of the most robust lenses, one of the most gorgeous looking lenses, ergonomically fantastic, and the quality is just second to none. Apart from one Sigma lens, which I will talk about, and that is the reason why I ended up purchasing this. So, honestly, dude, like, to sum it all up for you, yes, this is one of the best lenses I've ever had, and you have to buy it. But if you want to, by the way, skip right to the bit where I show all the pictures that I've taken with this lens, then skip to this bit here. I think it'll be the end of the video where I'm going to do like a slideshow. But yeah, I really just want to talk about the reason why I purchased this lens, the reason why I think this is amazing, and what it's done for me, like on a photography level. So I, for the longest time, I had put off buying a very good lens for photography. Reason being is because back then, most of my work came from video work. So I'd always buy lenses for video work, such as this one here, the 10 to 18mm. I also have the Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8 lens for video work, but I had never had a good lens for photography, which is strange considering I ended up buying a Sony a7S, which is a very expensive camera. And I had been using for photography this lens, the Sigma 17 to 70mm f4.5, I think it is. And honestly, I absolutely hated this lens. I think, well, from my experiences anyways, the focusing was so off in every single photo. I ended up, whenever having photo work, having to take about 10 photos of the exact same thing in hopes that one of the photos would end up turning out sharp. Anyways, I ended up doing a lot of research, and all of the video lenses that I had been using were on like crop sensor cameras. So for example, the Sigma 18 to 35 is on a GH5, which is a micro four thirds sensor. This Sigma that I was using on the Sony a7S, I had to use it on a lens adapter, so that would crop it up even more. So in terms of like focal lengths, I wasn't actually too sure what the 35mm was. I really also liked super wide angle like lengths, and I was like, is a 35mm right? Should I get like a 30mm? Should I get a 25mm? I don't know. This is my first ever prime lens as well. I had never used a prime lens before this, so I was like, man, I won't be able to zoom in or zoom out. I'm gonna have to end up moving a lot more in order to get my shot. What if it's not wide enough and I'm in a small room? All these things were going through my head, man. Which would have been the same thing if I ended up getting like a, you know, like a 30mm. I'd be like, oh my God, is it too wide? Do I have to get close? If I get too close, is it gonna look warped? I ended up purchasing it, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. This is the first time since I bought it, I've actually detached it from the camera. This always stays on my camera. I've actually lost the lens cap for this lens. Why did I buy this lens? First of all, I needed a good lens for photography. I think, like, even if I just go on holiday, I want a lens that will take sharp photos. I was looking back at all my photos because I wanted to sell some photos for print, and there was a lot that I loved, but they were just not sharp. And obviously when you're printing photos to sell to people, it needs to be sharp. I wanted a lens that was like just a very good focal length, you know, something not too wide, something not too close up, something just perfect. Also, I wanted to get used to taking photos on a prime lens, because I find myself getting super lazy using like a zoom lens, because I just stand there and go like that, you know, instead of actually moving about. This makes me enjoy photography a lot more. That f1.4, by the way, whoo-wee, just being able to take photos on like 1.4. Dude, the creamiest soft. I love a soft look. I don't like a non-sharp look, I just like a soft look. So you'll still get sharp photos, but they have this softness to it. And for portraits, oh my Lord. I mostly use this for portraiture, by the way. I take a lot of portraits of friends and just people. Also, the autofocus. Now, this lens is specifically for Sony. So this is Sigma for Sony, and I don't have to use a lens adapter. Now, with the lens adapters that I do have, when I was using them for my Sony a7S, I would not be able to use autofocus because the lens adapters that I would buy were like the cheap ones. I couldn't spend like £300-400 on a lens adapter. So I ended up always having to manually focus, and my God, what a mission. The autofocus is so sharp, man. You just like half click and it just like razor sharp focus. I don't have to end up taking like 30 photos of the same thing. I can just like, I went on a video shoot, a photo shoot with one of my friends. The vlog, by the way, is down below or up here. It's taking photos of a rapper. And I use this lens, and oh my God, like I only had to take about maybe 2 photos in one spot, and then we moved on to the next one. It made the photo shoot so much more quicker, man. I love the build quality of it. First of all, it just feels like it's not that heavy. I quite like heavy lenses. It's not that heavy. It's heavy enough though. Look at it. This is a sexy looking lens. You know what I mean? It's nice to just look at a lens and say, yo, that is a gorgeous looking lens. I mean, Sigma lenses are just like beautiful in general, but this feels robust. The build quality is on point. I'm pretty sure this can take a bit of a beating. I don't want to test it out though, just in case it can't, but yeah, it just feels like it can take a good beating. It's light enough where it's not going to, you know, give you like aches, like muscle aches and stuff. I mean, the 18-35, that's a big lens, and that, boy oh boy, gives me muscle aches, man, after like carrying it around for quite a while. This, on the other hand, it's light enough where you can, you can hold like a pose for, you know, a good minute. You won't get tired, but it is heavy enough where it will help you with kind of keeping your camera stable, because this doesn't have IS on it, and my A7S is a Mark 1, so there's no in-body image stabilization on it. So you will get a bit of shake, but because of, you know, the fact that this isn't super light, you know, it'll add some weight to it, which will help you with keeping it kind of sturdy. I don't think that I'm ever going to buy another lens. If I am, it will probably be like a 30mm, but even then, why get a 30mm when I can just take a bit more of a step back? You know what I mean? Now, the good thing with this also is that when I use APS-C mode on my A7S, this 35mm pretty much turns into like a 50mm. So you have the 35mm when you are on full sensor mode, and then you have the almost 50mm when you turn APS-C mode on. And you get that 1.4 with that 50mm, you know? This is the Art series. I went on tour with this lens. I've done photo shoots with this lens. I haven't done any video because the problem is there's no IS on this lens. There's no IS on my A7S, and unfortunately I can't use it on my GH5. So this for video, unless I, you know, don't mind it being shaky, or if I use it on a tripod, I can't reuse it, which is absolutely fine. I'm not looking to use this lens for video work. This, for me, is primarily for photo work. There are, in my opinion, no flaws at all with it. It's like so perfect. One of my friends was asking me about like lenses and like my opinions on a few lenses, and I said, dude, the 35mm 1.4, that is the one, that is the baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a slideshow. If you've, you know, waited this long, I'm gonna put a slideshow at the end of this video with all the photos that I've taken from this lens. What I'm also gonna be doing is in the next couple days, it's raining like crazy today and tomorrow. The next couple days, I'm gonna go out with one of my friends, and I'm going to do like a on the field test with this lens, take some photos, street photos, portraiture, and yeah, we'll see what this lens can do. I mean, I know what this lens can do, but you know, we'll be on the field rather than me talking. But yeah, that is it for me, guys. This is a review of the Sigma 35mm F1.4. Enjoy the slideshow.